Okay, assalamu alaikum. So today video is about Tess of D'urbervilles short answer question. MCQs और शॉर्ट आंसर क्वेश्चन जो हैं वो पेपर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है। मैंने हमेशा नावल की जो है वो करैक्टर लिस्ट और समरी पर फोकस किया, लेकिन अब हम जो है इसके शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन आंसर जो हमारे सिलेबस में नावल और जितने भी ड्रामाज एंड पोइट्री इंक्लूड होगी उनकी शॉर्ट आंसर क्वेश्चंस भी करेंगे। सो स्टे ट्यून एंड सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल। इस बुक में काफ़ी ऑथेंटिक क्वेश्चन है, इसलिए मैंने ये बुक चूज़ की है। ओके, सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, हु इज़ टेस डर्बरफील्ड? टेस इज़ द प्रोटैगनिस्ट ऑफ द नॉवल. शी इज़ अ ब्यूटीफुल and a loyal young woman. She lives with her family in the village of Marold. She is seduced by Alec D'urberville. She suffers throughout her life. Later, she marries Angel Clare, who leaves her for Brazil. In the end of the novel, she is hanged for killing Alec. What job does Tess get at Alec's home? Tess is sent to Alec's home by his parents, John and John, when they come to know that Alec is a D'urberville. Alec arranged for Tess to become caretaker for his blind mother's poultry. What tragedy does Tess face at Slopes? While working as caretaker in Alec's estate, Tess is seduced by Alec. Humiliated by the incident, she comes back to her family home and gives birth to a son. Sorrow dad dies soon after its birth. Sorrow is the name of Tess' son. What do you know about Angel Clare? Angel Clare is an intelligent young man. He marries Tess. He dislikes city life and thus decides to become a farmer. Angel's father and his two brothers are respected clergymen. He falls in love with Tess soon after and meets her at the D'urbervilles dairy, where she works as a milkmaid. Where does Tess meet Angel Clare? Tess makes another journey in order to get some job. She this time reaches at dairy farm near D'urbervilles. Mr. Crick, the owner of the dairy farm, employs her as milkmaid. Here she meets the traveling farmer's apprentice, Angel Clare. She fell in love with Angel and accepts his marriage proposal. Write a few lines about Alec D'urberville. Alec D'urberville is Simon Stokes' son. He is really a D'urberville. He is calculative and a tricky man. He seduced Tess when she comes to work for his family. He again deceives Tess when Angel Clare leaves her alone. In the end of the novel, Angel is murdered by Tess. Why does Angel Clare leave Tess for Brazil? Or what is the reaction of Angel Clare when Tess tells her about her past? After her marriage with Angel Clare, Tess tells her husband all about her past, including Angel's brutal act of raping her. She also tells him the death of Alec's son, Sorrow. Angel cannot cope up with a bitter reality, so he escapes to Brazil, leaving Tess alone and helpless. Who is Mr. John D'urberville? Mr. John D'urberville is Tess' father. He is a lazy Whacker in Marlotte. He is an idle man who saves himself from working, but at the same time he becomes quick when he learned that he falls from a noble line of the D'urbervilles. He is quick to make an attempt to take advantage of this connection, but is doing so he spoils his innocent daughter Tess. What do you know about Mrs. John D'urberville? Mrs. John D'urberville is Tess' mother. She is a symbol of politeness. She is optimistic about Tess' life. She suffers with the suffering of her daughter. She is naturally forgiving and is unable to remain angry. Who is Mrs. D'urberville? Mrs. D'urberville is Alec's mother. She is the widow of Simon Stokes. She is blind and we find her often in poor health. She is much conscious about her animals, but she neither cares for her maid Elizabeth and Tess nor her son Alec. how Alec convinces Tess to marry him at Flintcomb. When Angel Clear abandons Tess and leaves for Brazil, she is at home again. She leaves her home to work at an ash farm in Flintcomb. One day, Alec follows her to Flintcomb and requests her to marry him. After a bit hesitation, she agrees when Alec make her show that Angel will never return. Who is Marine? Marian is a milkmaid, one of Tess's friends at the D'urbervilles dairy. Marian is in love with Angel and she starts drinking when Angel chooses Tess for marriage. When Angel leaves Tess for Brazil, she helps Tess in finding a job at a farm called Flintcomb Ash. She also writes Angel a plaintiff's letter with a request to give Tess another chance. What is the motive behind Tess' marriage with Alec? Tess' mother fell ill. Her father died suddenly from an unknown alignment. The burden of her family welfare falls on her shoulders. She seeks a relief in Alec's money. She considered that marrying Alec is the only way to comfort herself and her family, so she decided to marry him just because of her financial constraints. Write a few lines about Reverend Clare. Reverend Clare is Angel's father. He is a clergyman in the town of Minsters. He thinks his duty to convert the masses. He also tries to convert Alec D'urbervilles, but in vain. What does Angel do after his return from Brazil? Angel comes back to England. He wants to begin his own farm in England. He searches for Tess, his wife. He comes to from Tess's mother that she is now living in a suburb. Angel finds Tess and has a meeting with her. Tess is so upset to see him. She asks him to leave and never come again. What do you know about Mrs. Clare? Mrs. Clare is Angel's mother. She is loving but snobbish woman. She is expert in social manners. She wants her son Angel to marry a suitable woman. She wants her daughter-in-law with proper social, financial, and religious background. She looks down on Tess, but appreciate her with the passage of time. What does Tess do after meeting with Angel? Tess becomes so upset after her meeting with Angel. She confronts Alec and accuses him of lying to her that Angel will never come. She kills Alec with a knife. Then she leaves Alec's home and starts searching Angel. अच्छा, वीडियो ज़्यादा लंबी हो रही है तो ये 3 क्वेश्चन है, मैं ये आपको सही तरह दिखा देती हूँ, तो ये आप खुद नोट कर लें. हु इज़ एलिज़ा लुइसा? What plan do Angel and Tess make after the death of Alec? And who is Mary Chant? एक और इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है, वो मैं अभी करवा देती हूँ. Who does Hardy advocate? How does Hardy advocate Tess as a pure woman? Most important question है ये. Hardy says that purity in the corporeal sense is not the only determining factor. As far the purity of spirit and mind is concerned, Tess is a pure woman. ओके, अल्लाह हाफिज़. होप ये आपके लिए बेनिफिट साबित होंगे. ओके, अल्लाह हाफिज़.